one are you? Number one.
Guess two.
Number
So,
two. That one?
Oh no, guess one. So
This one.
yeah.
Okay. We're just going to go live now, okay?
Yep.
Go live. And welcome to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You're with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero, and I have one of my offsiders from one of the other radio stations, Jaden Lee. And how are you tonight, Jaden?
Good, Leslie, how are you?
I'm fantastic. I cannot hear a thing in my headset.
Yeah, right. Can you turn that button up on the desk?
Which one there?
Which dial there? Can you turn it
Yep,
up more?
there we go.
That's
I
better.
still can't hear you, but anyway, we will keep going. So tell us a little bit about yourself there, Jaden. Tell us about your show.
Yeah, so I've been at I've been doing community radio myself at a couple of other stations for the last year and a bit. Yeah. First time here live. Yeah.
And what did you think of the studio?
The studio is pretty good. Yeah, pretty.
It's big, isn't it?
Yeah, the building's pretty big.
Yeah, compared to SWA. So we're live on Facebook. We're live across six different platforms there, Jaden.
I think I met you face to face once before. It was probably about a year ago now. But I did your Zoom as well on during lockdown. I did a Zoom thing with you, and you told me all about all the streaming.
That's right. That's right. Well, this is it here.
Far too technical for me to work out.
Well, no, because you're probably more technical than me, but this is a little bit technical in here, less technical than what I do at SWA. So at SWA, I do something completely different.
Oh, okay.
I got to plug into the system, plug into the audio, but here I can't for some reason. I don't have the actual connection. So, but yeah.
Okay.
So so tell us a little bit about your show.
Well, I do a show every Saturday, and I basically just talk about community announcements. I've done a few interviews over the past year and a bit. Just interviewing people from their charities and different organisations. It's that it pretty much. Council events, other services that I other free services. So that's the stuff that I like to look up and do.
And what are you studying at the moment?
Currently studying real estate.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And are you going to own your own real estate agency, or what are you going to do after that?
The way I got into real estate was started working at I was unemployed for 3 months until February this year. So I've been working at, and then I was working at a pub in the local area. I've been there for just over a month now, and I was there for a week. And I was only working 2-3 days a week. I wanted full-time hours.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not really happy working just doing here 2 days a week.
Yeah.
And then sitting around for the other 5 days a week, doing nothing, watching YouTube and TV and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the TAFE semester started, so I thought to myself, may as well. I thought I've always had an interest in real estate. Like I studied media at TAFE before.
Yeah, nice.
But
so you're like a producer, media producing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to find work in that. There's not many jobs going around, so I thought I may as well look up. I've always had an interest in real estate. I wouldn't want to work in there my whole life, but it'll be something good to study because you learn a lot. Because we've learned so much so far. We've learned about trust accounting.
That's cool.
Bank, how you handle money, banking, property management. And there's so many laws. We've got given 4. On the first day I was there, I was given 4 thick books of different legislations.
Oh, right.
Each book's probably got 100 pages in it. And we got to look up section this of this act or this regulation. And it's understandable, but there's just a lot to take in. But I'm enjoying learning about that.
Yeah, right. Well, and do you stream live when you broadcast?
No, I never clue how to stream live.
You're funny. You're younger than me. Usually, you young whippersnippers always have the technology right up your alley. So.
I know how to. What you use? StreamYard. So what are you on? You're on Facebook, YouTube?
I'm on YouTube. I'm on 2 massive groups here. So this one here's got 141,000 people in it.
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah, and this one here is a little bit less. So
Oh wow. Okay.
but let's keep going. So welcome to the show, everybody. You're with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero and Jaden Lee from another broadcaster I've invited over tonight from another station that I've actually broadcast off there for 90 shows. So this is I'm already up to about 155 shows. You know that live shows
between all the stations.
Yeah. Well, the last few months has only been this station and the other one. So
okay.
Yeah, but what I do is I do free psychic medium readings. So if you'd like to have a reading, then come over to the page Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and I will do a free medium reading for you.
How many Facebook followers you got on your page?
Probably 5,200 now.
5,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not that many.
That's still a lot for.
It's just a little old psychic me. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Wow.
So, what's your show called?
Community show. So yeah, I've done that for the last year and a bit.
Yeah, that's cool. Well done. So we're going to go into saying hello to everybody here, Jaden, because that's what I like to do. I like to pull in spirit and just say hello to people. And so what I have here, who do we got here? Do you want to read out the validations tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got here Laura Sheridan. So Donna Zimmerman. We've got here Oana. We've got Shy Charles, Teresa Gardner, Kerry Russell. These ladies have all been with me for some time now. Now, Shireen Nadu, do not send 5,000 comments to me, please, because I counted like 40 in a row the other night. We do see you. If it's whoever I'm drawn from, thank you. So Lavina, she's here as well. We've got here Sabrina. Here we go. So do not keep sending those all those questions there, Charlene. We've got Julie Polglaze, we've got Tina Fu, Deb Martin, we've got Kerry Russell. So all these ladies here are pretty much long-time followers of mine here, Jada, and they're very sweet ladies. I have one lady that always writes me a poem or a prayer. Prayer poem for me, Wendy Harvey. Then I've got other ladies that make, so I've got people that actually make jewelry for me. So they'll send me like beautiful crystal jewelry, like bracelets and keychains, and they send that to me to hand out for the people that have the random acts of kindness. I ask people to share the love around the world, and I ask them to share around the random acts of kindness. So they have to tell me what kind of random act of kindness they've done. All right. So yeah, so we're going into doing some readings. We're just saying hello to everybody. So welcome to the show. If you're on one of the group pages, then come over to my Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air main page. And also tell me where you're from, suburb, state, and country. So we've got Cynthia Hudson. She's from Mississippi. Thanks for joining me. Tell us what time it is over there. Here's beautiful Wendy with the lovely prayers. We've also got here Lo Brown. Hello all. I haven't seen that name before. We've also got here, so Charlene, I'm going to block you if you put up there one more comment. So we've also got here Maxine Lorraine. Thanks for joining me. We've also got here, who is this? Donna Marie. We've got a lot of ladies that actually follow me, and some gentlemen that actually follow me that will come on board a little bit later when it's closer to ending time, because it's probably like 4 o'clock in the morning over there for them now.
Where are they?
Over in the States, so Anaheim, Ohio. Nobody from Vegas yet.
Have you been to America?
Yes. Oh, yeah, sure have.
I've never been overseas.
Yeah.
But yeah, America's probably. My auntie, she lives in New York.
Yeah, right. Well, we've had people from New York over here on this, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but other relatives around. I've got a second or a third cousin in Ohio, who I've only just connected with them on Facebook.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've never met them.
Well, Deb Martin, she says, congratulations on all your shows, Leslie. That's right. I've done 155. I think I've done more, but I sort of quickly counted. You know what my counting is like, guys. Spirit always asks me to add numbers together because he knows I hate maths. So, but about 155 live shows. So yeah. So is there anything that anybody wants to ask me tonight about either one of Jade and I doing our broadcasting or anything like that? So hit us up with some questions. Also, if you have a question that you'd like to have answered, I can't really pretty much do medical or contract or anything like that.
What do you mean contract?
So like legal.
So if people are having problems with some type of legal problem or whatever.
Yeah, can't do that. Okay, so we
can't. Illegal? Do something like that?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. So, so what else have we got here? What's that name? Audrey McColgan. I've never seen that name before. So how's the weather today? So today it was really nice, and all of a sudden it rained in Sydney. So
It doesn't rain that bad.
yeah, no, it was better than what's happened before. Geez, I tell you what, the last 3 or 4 days it's been beautiful. So tell us where you're from. So we've got this lady here, Donna Zimmerman from. It's 6:08 a.m. in the morning, Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
We've got Adelaide. Who else have we got here? Oh, look, we've got
Northern
Donna Marie,
Ireland.
Northern Ireland. Beautiful. We've also got here, hello, Wendy Merce Martin. Hello, Leslie and friend. His name's Jaden.
Oh.
So who are we going to read for tonight? So let's start with Cynthia Hudson. So what I get them to do is to write up their questions on here.
Yeah.
And if they're on one of the group pages, I can't see it. So they have to come over to Psychics on Radio Angels on their page.
Yeah.
And then I'll write general for general. And I'll go into the reading. So I'll just find a few people, whoever I'm drawn to, and then I'll come back to them.
Okay.
So Daniel, what's that say? Ponton, P-O-Y-N-T. Poynton. I cannot say names sometimes. So I'm getting a lot of anxiety around her as well. So you don't suffer with anxiety, do you?
Oh.
Because I don't want it to be you. I want to be reading them.
Kinda, but I don't not only not
a little bit, yeah.
A little bit, but it's more like when if people don't get back to me over something.
Yeah.
Like if I had a job interview a few weeks ago, I won't say what it was for.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll say to you, well, you'll get back to you by the end of the week.
Oh, I know. They're just hopeless. They don't realise how much trauma they put people in.
I wouldn't say it's trauma. It's
more because people think about it. They always think about it.
It's more just like overthinking everything. But then eventually I haven't thought about it for the last week, and then all of a sudden today I thought, oh, mate, I should give him a call.
Yeah.
He got back to me straight away, so I didn't get the job.
Fair enough.
Didn't bother me. Because when I go for, I've come to the conclusion now. I had a fair few job interviews, and I come to the conclusion now. You go to the interview, try your best.
Yeah.
You don't have any expectations of getting the job, because then you won't be upset.
Yeah.
And if you get it, then it'll just be.
That's the right attitude. Yeah. That's perfect. Love it. So we've also got. Can you actually hear me through the mic? Because I can't hear myself at all. So there's there's clearly something wrong with the mic, or something wrong with the system here, because I cannot hear anything at all. I can just hear you, and I can't hear myself.
That dial that says headphones. That one there.
That one there.
The next one over.
This one over.
Yeah, turn that up.
Yeah, it's been turned up. I can only hear you.
I can hear you perfectly.
Yep, but I can't hear me.
Oh.
So you're actually really, really loud. I might even turn you down. So talk for me for a second.
Hello.
Yeah, I'll leave that one there. I think it's probably better actually. That's probably why, because I couldn't turn you up really loud because it was deafening me.
Oh, okay.
So let's go. We've got Cynthia Hudson. She wants a general here. So I get the number 19 around you. So 1 and 9 is 10. So we've got the month of October as well. So looking at the number 2 as well. So what happened in February that was significant for you? And I feel like there was a birthday around that time as well. So I also feel like there's an anniversary coming up around November. So November is going to be very, very busy. And I know that's general around Christmas time, but this is going to be exceptionally busy for you. They're saying to me, save your money, okay? So save your money, put your money aside, because otherwise you're going to be like hanging on by a thread, they're saying to me, okay? So hold on to your money. And everybody needs to put in a veggie patch. That's what I was just told. Okay, so get your ducks in a row with your veggie patches. Everyone knows me what I'm like about my veggie patches there. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. So we've also got Danielle here, Poynton, and she's, I think I'm going to give her, she asked for a media reading, but I think I'm just going to go do a general for her as well. So I get the number 8 around you, or 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. So what does that mean to you? You've got like the 8s in there. I also get pain around my thigh, so my left thigh area. So what's going on there? Because I just feel like some elderly lady has had issues with either that part of the hip section or the thigh section. Okay, there's quite a bit of pain. Now the pain's gone. So I also feel like this lady has a lot of anxiety, or is it that you, Danielle? Okay, because I feel like that you like get very, very overwhelmed with things, and you start to talk really fast, because I feel like I need to talk even faster, even though I do talk fast. But I also get the number 22 and 23 around you. So you got 2 and 2 is 4, which is April month, and I've got 5, which is the month of May. So what's coming up there as well? And don't forget to come back to me with the number 8, or if it's the month of August for the or the 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. Was that the time of somebody's passing? because I just feel like that was a reminding time for you or somebody that's around where that question is, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. So we've also got here a few more people coming on board here, Jaden.
Okay.
So,
So how many people? Does it say how many people are streaming? 30.
Yeah, there's 30. So.
Okay.
So we've also got on the actual iPad here. So this is how I'll read it, because sometimes all the actual messages won't come through. So I'll go back to my iPad.
Yeah.
I'll pick up my live show, and then I can actually see my live show on here and pick up the validation. So when you have a reading, guys, every psychic medium, doesn't matter if it's me or anybody else, we always love to have the validation. So when they come through, it's like, oh yes, So we'll go back to the streaming now, and I'll pick up some more people here. So I've got Danielle Pauline. She says the anxiety will be me, Lesley. Okay, so if you could validate that for me, Danielle, that would be amazing. We've also got here Deidre King. She says good evening, everyone. And Deidre King and Jess Black are the two ladies that actually send me down the like the beautiful gifts. So Deidre is sending me down some fossils and crystals and stuff like that, so I can hand out. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen them yet, so they're supposed to be really cool. So they're sending me down some crystals as well, so I can hand out to the people, all of the people that have done their random acts of kindness for people. So how cool is that? So I've also got Jess Black. She's amazing as well. She makes all this beautiful crystal jewelry. It's really, really nice. It's actual real crystal, and it's all handmade by her. So
whoopsie.
Right.
Playing with this microphone stand.
Don't break the studio.
I think it's good now.
Fair enough.
There we go.
Okay, let's keep going. So you need to keep your eyes open on my validations here, all right? Because I'll get you to read them out. So there's a question here from Oana, and I like these kind of questions. It says, Lesley, do you have or had any experience of channeling angels and archangels? How was it? If so, in an open circle after drumming, I had 3 archangels at the same time and channeled a message from them. Their energy was so strong, I was feeling very nauseated. Wow, that's really different. So I don't actually do stuff like that. I actually feel a lot of energy around me. I can feel things before they happen clearly, and also just with the angels. Did you know that the angels are actually super, super tall? They're like taller than the Eiffel Tower, they reckon. That's incredible. Wow. You know how tall the Eiffel Tower is?
300 something meters.
So and so that's what they say, that the angels have got really, really long, tall body, skinny, tall, long legs. And I mean, not that I've ever seen one, but that's what they are.
Eiffel Tower, 324 meters to the very tip.
There you go. So it's pretty. They're pretty tall. So
I think about the Eiffel Tower is that the Eiffel Tower isn't actually named after the guy who had the idea to build it. It's named after the builder.
Yeah, right. What, his name was Eiffel?
His surname was Eiffel.
There you go. Well, we learn something every day, guys. So
who was the Eiffel Tower named after?
I've got Audrey McColgan here.
Gustave Eiffel.
There you go. So we've got Audrey McColgan here. She says, my sister had money belonging to my mum for doing her room. My mum died in December, and with everything going on, my sister lost the money. Will she ever find it? I don't feel like she's going to find it there, lovey. I do not feel like she's going to find it at all. But I'll go back to doing some readings. I honestly don't feel like she's going to find it. I feel like it's just gone. I can see actually.
Some readings?
Yep. I can actually see the hand taking the money. So I actually feel like the hand's been taking the money. So yeah.
So we'll just go down and read.
So
read some.
No. I'll read. I'm got to be drawn to them to read them out. So
yeah,
and then I can see them on my phone. So if you watch from there, then I can watch from here. All right, because that's probably better. Where are we up to? Here we go. So actually, I'll swap you. You do that one because I can see that one better.
Okay. All right.
So what else have we got here? So if you see a validation, what they normally do is they write validation and they write the validation underneath. All right. So So Jaden's going to learn a quick lesson here with me tonight, even though he's my guest. I was on one of your shows. What show was it that I was?
That was my Tuesday night show.
Yeah, you don't do that anymore?
Nah, I did it for a few months.
Yeah, right.
Got a bit bored of it.
Oh, right. Okay, so we're going to go to Helen Dooley. She says, "Hi, Leslie and Jaden from Coffs Harbour." She says, "Would love any messages if drawn. Love listening to your shows and the messages that you give to the listeners. Love the spirit world." So Helen Dooley. So we're going to write you down. So from Coffs, wow, is it wet up there at Coffs? Said Helen. I nearly called you Lisa because I used to work with a Lisa Dooley. So I'm wondering if you're related.
I
So
I haven't been to Coffs Harbour for must be almost 12 years.
wow.
I know, I went up there as a kid,
Yeah.
and it felt like forever going up there. Like
Yeah, I know.
about 8 or 9 hour drive. But I'd love to go up there.
No, it's beautiful up there.
I just don't find the time to go up there.
Yeah, it's beautiful up there. You'd love it. Even the South Coast is gorgeous. That's one place that anybody should go is the South Coast. Do you know how beautiful it is?
I've been
down to like Maria, to Merimbula. Merimbula is gorgeous.
I've been to
Ulladulla.
I went to Kiama probably.
That's beautiful. That's one of my other favourite spots. Yeah.
I've barely travelled. Like I've never been overseas. I've been to
Yeah,
Gold
you
Coast
would do it.
twice, Townsville a couple of times.
Yeah.
I've been to the Central Coast about 1 million times. Got
Yeah,
relatives up
same.
there. I've never been to Newcastle. Went to Wollongong a handful of times.
Yeah.
I went down in Jarvis Bay maybe 2 years ago for a few weeks.
Yeah.
For about a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I've been stuck in Western Sydney all my life.
Yeah, well, pretty much me too. So
I'm
a person that just likes to stay home. Are you a home bug?
I just don't. Oh, I wouldn't say that. I want to go. I just don't find the time to. I think
Same.
about it.
I know what you mean. Like, when you're out all the time, you want to be home. I know what you're saying.
Thinking about doing something and actually doing it are two completely different things.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
So we're going to keep on going with the reading. So I've got Trish, what's her last name? Trish Ostendarp. She wants to know about a career one as well. And we've got Helen, she wants a general as well. So if you need to have a question answered, come over to my page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and I will answer your questions live here on the show. We're live on the Facebook page as well. So let me keep going forward. All right. So Andy Daniel says, that's a 3-minute to breathe and relax. Fair enough. So Wendy Boyce Merce Martin, she says, I woke up on Saturday night where somebody had slapped my face. Sounds crazy. She said, I wouldn't have believed it if it didn't happen to me. Who could it have been? Anyone around me that you can sense? Wow, that's a really, really good one. Wendy, spirit slapping. Oh my God, the things that people say, it's really, really bizarre because sometimes you'll get that if you're really, really in tune. You'll start like when you do even a workshop or something like that, you'll start to get in tune with things like this as well, and you'll find that the people that you hang around the most that are actually in tune as well, like other psychics or other mediums, they'll all start linking in with the spirit that you're actually going to read. It's really bizarre. I've seen it 1,000 times, so. But I feel like for you there, Wendy, it was an elderly, or I can't say elderly, it looks like he's like about 50 years of age, dark brown hair, dark brown eyes, and olive skin, big nose. He's saying to me, don't talk about the nose, but I feel like this man has got a bigger nose than normal. And do you hear noises up and down the corridor in your home? Okay, so when you're asleep at night, do you hear noises? That's what I want to ask you. So, and I'll leave that there. I'm going back to Helen Dooley, and she wanted a general. So I get the number 12 around you, Helen. So we've got the month of March as well, which is the number 3. So you've got the 1, 2, 3 angel numbers. I also see a dark colored car. So when I see cars, I want to just say too that you need to make sure that the car is actually serviced properly, because I don't see cars for no reason. It's always a warning sign for me. So it doesn't matter what color it is, you find that person that relates to the car that I'm actually talking about. Okay, so this is a dark colored car. It looks like it's either a dark blue, dark gray, or like a charcoal color. It doesn't look, it looks like a shiny black, if that makes sense. And to me, it looks like a Merc or an older type Merc, okay, Mercedes, that is, if you don't know what a Merc means. And I also feel like that this car has got issues with either the tires or the maintenance or some form of the brakes, something squeaking on it or making a noise that's unusual. So please get that fixed. I give people 2 to 4 weeks time frame to get it fixed. Otherwise, I don't want you driving it after that, okay? I never let anybody drive it after that. I also feel like for you going forward, there's issues with some form of hearing on one person's side. Now, they're saying to me, I had hearing on this side before, and now I've just got hearing on this side. So what's going on with the hearing with this person around you? Okay, and I also feel like there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of pressure on you, a lot of stuff hitting you in the back of the head at the moment. It's like the pressure's on your body, it's on your neck, it's the stresses on you. Okay, so, and do you get headaches as well? Because I feel like that your eyes either need to be tested or something's not right with your eyes so that you can actually stop these headaches. Okay, so eyes testing is a must for you. If you already haven't done it, or if you're not wearing your glasses, then you might need to go and put them on or go and get glasses. Okay, and I'll leave that there. So we've got here also Trish. She said that she'd like to have a career one. So what I feel around you is I get straight away was number 23. I get 23 a lot lately, and I feel like that May is going to be big changes for you too. Lots of obstacles coming up, and I feel like there's an interview or you've just been for an interview or two, and they're saying to me, take the second one, okay? Because I feel like the second one is going to be the better one for you. They're also saying to me, the next time you go on to an interview, you must be walking your talk, because you're walking in there like a timid little lamb, and they're looking at you as if say, oh my God, if this lady can't walk into the office or into this area with confidence, how are we going to employ her without confidence? Okay, so make sure that you're walking around, and it's not like you're strutting your stuff. It's like you're walking around, making sure that you actually have like your confidence is at peak, okay? And it's not to be cocky, it's not to be, strutting your stuff like a rooster around the hens, but just to make sure that you're actually on point with what they ask you. So you need to research the companies as well and make sure that you know everything about the company before you've actually left, okay? And I'll leave that there. Thank you. Hang on a second. I also get number 16 around you. So what's 1 and 6 is 7. So we've got July for you. So July is going to be a significant month for you as well, and I feel like that's when the things are going to change, okay? So and we'll leave it there. We're just saying goodbye to the chair, the board people, and I have some amazing news tonight too. The board us to go on.
You're going to be for 10 weeks? Pretty.
Oh no, yeah, they came about yesterday. So they've asked me to become the board person and to look after quite a few things, which is going to be good. But the timing, well, I don't know yet. So. And hopefully I'll be able to do some training here as well, which will be nice. So doing some producing training, which will be nice. So yeah, and I'll leave that there. So stay tuned, guys, because it's going to be incredible here. So what else have we got here? Is there any validations there, Jaden? You see any validations come up down the bottom? So you might have to scroll right down to the bottom.
Say? Just validation?
Yeah, just say, oh yes, we've got Danielle Pollington, that one there. Have you got it there on my screen?
Oh, let's scroll.
You want to read it from here?
Yeah, okay. So just validation. May 8th was my brother-in-law's birthday. He is passed now. My name broke a hip a while ago. It's better now though. And also there's a few birthdays in April and May.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thanks for the validation. So what happens with the validations here? What we do is one of the ladies, Jess Black, the one that makes all the bracelets, she will write down the best validation, and she'll send out a either a bracelet to them, or we might get even, D King to send out a fossil or a stone to them as well. So crystal stone, and they're beautiful. It's amazing. I can't wait to get the crystal stones and the fossils. So we'll keep going forward. We've let me just scroll all the way forward here on my iPad. So they're having a conversation. There's Danielle Politan says, congratulations. Yes, thank you. So that's pretty cool. Julie Polglay, she says, no, my place was okay, but where I live could only get out one way and had to go up to Gerringong if I wanted to go to Nowra. So stayed home, so too many potholes around. Exactly. My gosh, I've been driving around potholes like crazy, especially when I went yesterday over to Pulse FM, and there was huge potholes everywhere.
I was driving around Blacktown the other day, and I'm thinking to myself, Blacktown needs to be renamed Pothole Town. Like especially around where the Service New South Wales centuries.
It's
in the,
really
the mega
bad. The
center.
road is so bad.
It's terrible. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
terrible.
it's pretty bad. They were just there was a huge one, like you could actually fit half the car in it.
Where's this at?
This was going up towards Bella Vista, Norwest, up towards Bella Vista, up to a post office box that I have up there.
Not on the main road.
Yeah, on the main road. It was huge.
On the, what's it called, Old Windsor Road?
No, not that one. When you turn right to go into Norwest.
Oh,
Where
wow.
yeah, it was incredible. So
Far
we got Wendy Merce Martin here. She says, yes, I do hear noises up and down the hallway every night. Wow, Lesley, I actually do. Yeah, so you've got to acknowledge them. So I feel like that's part of the spirit. If that's not anybody that you know there, Wendy, I feel like this spirit is actually somebody that's actually been in the home before you were there. Okay, so this person, if this is a new home as well, like I can see new home, I can see old home. So what's going on there? If it's an old home, I feel like this person's been in the home beforehand. But if it's a new home, you've brought somebody home with you from wherever you've been. That's what I'm, because they know you're an empath now. They know that you're. Bye bye. Thank you. They know that you're an empath now, and they know that you're actually are starting to awaken and starting to tune in. Okay, so that's really different now. So So make sure you acknowledge them, Wendy, and send them off. So how I work with my spirit is I say to spirit, okay, we're going to be on, say, tonight at 9 o'clock till 11 o'clock. So I'll just say to spirit, yep, I want everything. I want names, numbers. I want, feelings. I want senses. I want smells. I want to hear everything. I want to see everything, especially with my remote viewing. So how I see my with the remote viewing is it's like when you have a shower and the mirror on the shower is a little bit misty. So that's how I see. That's how I see with remote viewing. Okay, so it's quite
foggy.
It's quite foggy, but that's why I can't quite tell the colors.
You can see, but it's foggy.
Yeah. So if you don't like wipe the mirror, I can still see, but I can't quite see the colors sometimes. I have to tune in like even harder and drill in harder to spirit. So that's how I do it with remote. Well, that's how it does it for me with remote viewing. So yeah. So Wendy, what I do is I tell spirit I'm on it. Say like I said, 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock. And then I don't want no messages after. I don't want to take anybody home with me, and I don't want anything before when I'm setting up because I'm too busy. I've got too much on my mind to set up before I start. So don't even think about coming near me then. All right. So yeah. So that's how it works. So if you're starting to awaken there, Wendy, you need to acknowledge and send them off until you're ready to open the door again. It's just like having the whole football team come through the front door and you don't even know them. They're all a bunch of strangers. So would you let a bunch of strangers come through your door? No. So just tell them to acknowledge them and tell them to go away. That's what I would do. So and that's happened to me before. Like I've had some weird things happen to me. So what else have we got here? So let's keep going. We've got here Shaggy Lee, and she says, hi, I hope you're well. I recently met a new person and they need a room to rent. Can I trust them to move into my place? Look, Shaggy, I know that it sounds like you've got a lot of trust issues. You don't need to be psychic to read that. But I just feel like that if you need to like satisfy your mind, you need reference checks. You need to know where they were before. You need to get a photocopy of their proper original driver's license. And I would also check and see what their Facebook status is and stuff like that, and what's going on in the background. I would do a whole check on them because, it's your home. And, if it doesn't matter male or female, I highly recommend getting another female there. But if you have to do that, then do it, so. But you need to protect yourself. You can't just leave the doors wide open. You might as well just leave the house open if you want to just do that without checking on anybody or checking their status and referees and whatever else. So what else have we got here? So we've got Marissa Serafino. She said we have potholes vigilantes here in my town that fill up potholes on their own times and their own money. The city hasn't been doing anything about it. Yeah, well, that's good. That's beautiful. So we've also got Donna Zimmerman. She says, I have been seeing shadows in my home this past week. Who is it? I don't feel threatened at all. Same situation. So sometimes, like I said to Wendy there, Donna, you can actually bring home spirits depending on what you do outside and if you're going through an awakening or anything like that. Or what can happen as well is that the spirit from the previous person living in the home, not necessarily they didn't pass it, but they might have been living in that home and they're passed elsewhere. They might be still living in the home, okay? So acknowledge them, send them off, and just
But
if they're annoying you, then they just need to stay out of your way.
I just read here,
Mhm.
Wendy Merce Martin,
Mhm.
validation.
Oh, beautiful.
The house is older house, new
Yeah.
inside, purchased, renovated home from two young males. You're both right. Sorry, you are right.
Outside
Both
and new
old
inside.
outside and new
That's why I
inside.
couldn't see it, because that's why it was confusing to me. I'm thinking, oh, right, is it new or is it old? And I'm trying to ask Spirit if it was new or old, and he goes new for old, and I go, all right, well, how am I supposed to deliver that one? So that makes sense now. Thank you for that, validating that.
Mhm.
So we've got here Marissa Serafini says, my migraines have been really bad lately. They have bothered me since about 16 years. Oh, right. I'll tell you what's really good for that is your magnesium is good for that there, Marissa. So have a look, and maybe you might need to go to the doctor and get a full blood count and zinc and magnesium, all your different levels, and see what's going on there, because an optimal level for somebody for magnesium is their optimal level, not the actual national standard, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm a qualified trainer and assessor and of anatomy and physiology, so I can talk about this, but I can only guide you to the right things to do. But try that, because it actually helps with headaches, it helps with heart. If anybody has a heart condition, magnesium is fantastic for that, or heart murmurs, because I have a heart murmur and that's how I know. So yeah. But we've got here Haley Marie. She says, would love some guidance, please. So, Haley, what do I get for you? So, what does Spirit give me for you? So, I just feel like for you going forward, there's a lot of things on your plate at the moment, and it's not going to get any less, if that makes sense. And I just feel like going forward, the number 18 for you. So, we've got the 9, which is the month of September as well. I've also got the number 4 around you. So, we've got April coming up, extremely busy, and I feel like there's going to be a birthday around there. And it looks like to me that somebody's either having a wedding or engagement or some special event, like a ball, where everybody's all dressed up, because it looks like a ball event. Okay, and I just want to say too, going forward, make sure that you start to drink a lot more water than you have been, because I feel quite dry in the mouth. Okay, so it's like you. It's like you don't want to drink because you don't want to run to the toilet every 2 seconds because you're too busy. But you need to drink water so you can actually hydrate yourself. Okay, and they're saying to me that you get headaches as well and you're not sleeping properly. So this is because you're dehydrated. Your brain's not getting enough food. So your brain needs 120 grams of carbs a day just to function properly, and sleep. So if you're not sleeping well, that means you don't have enough in your system. Okay, so the body will do other things, which is keep you awake. And I just see you quite fatigued there, and I'll leave it there. So the thing for you is all about you, and picking up on where you're deficient, I should say. Okay, so lots of checking on lots of your nutrients. A lot of people are always deficient in magnesium and zinc and vitamin C, and especially vitamin D. And who's the person around you that has the itchy eyes? Because I've got itchy eyes now. Bizarre, isn't it? Do you feel any energy around here?
I don't know.
No, that's cool. I didn't expect you to, but I was just curious. Yeah. So what have we got here? Oh, so there she goes. She said, so Marissa, she said, just got some pink Himalayan salt too. Yeah. So what I do with my salt is I have low blood pressure. Since I got the cancer, my blood pressure's always been low. And what I do with it is I actually get I mix up the Himalayan salt and the Celtic salt, and I put them together. And I get like a teaspoon, depends on how I feel. And I get like either half a teaspoon or a quarter of a teaspoon or whatever, or full teaspoon, like not too much, and I put it into boiling hot water, let it cool down a little bit, keep on mixing it up, and then I drink it about 20 minutes before I go to bed, and it restores just about everything for the natural minerals that you're deficient in. Okay, so it's like you need, it's got about 83 minerals in it. So if you look up the Himalayan salt as well as the Celtic CELTIC salt, and you'll be able to see that all the benefits of the salt there, or do like Himalayan versus Celtic, and you'll be able to see that as well. So we're here in the studio here at a live 90.5 FM, and we're here with Jaden Lee, and he's one of my special guests. So if you've just joined us, come over to the page Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and post up your question on our main page so that we can see it coming through.
What do you have your May reading?
What's that? Sorry.
Would you be able to give me a reading?
Ah, for sure.
Say a general reading.
Yes, for sure. But I'll keep you to last.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Just remind me,
Okay.
okay? So Laura Sheridan, she says, my 5-year-old daughter is saying she's seeing my mum in spirit a lot. That's beautiful. She says, wondering if you can pick up if she actually is. Of course she is. She's so at ease telling me and excited. Yeah, that's beautiful. And that's what normally happens, Laura, because children are very vulnerable and they're very open. It's like they're all open. Every channel to the other side of the world is open. And I hear that a lot. I get that a lot with a lot of people. So that's beautiful. And ask her a question. Just ask her. So if you really want to know if she's with your mum, then ask her, what does she look like? Ask her, what does she see your mum look like? Ask her, what did mum do? Ask her to get mum to give her some information to like what was it when she was little? Something that would resonate with you, that you know that she was there, because your mum's not going to hurt her. Your mum's not just there because she's hanging beside her because she can see her. Okay, so it's really beautiful. So Danielle Poynton, she says, Lesley, when you were younger, were you able to use your gifts like you can now? She says, I'm curious to know if it was stronger then, eased off, then came back after you were sick. She says, or is it just came later in life for you? So, good question, because when I was younger, I always seen things, but I didn't know what it was. I mean, we didn't know what it was then. I didn't follow spirit. I was too, sporty. I was always doing something. I was always on the soccer field or, doing something like that. So pretty much all my high school friends know that I was sporty. I didn't do any theory at all. But, and I used to be able to read the game. Every time I'd play soccer, I'd say to the girls on the team, right, Melissa or whoever, or Susie, the ball's going to come to you. Get ready for it. And then sure as ever, the ball will come to her every single time I'd say it. And I'd go, wow, that was a good prediction. Wow, I was only young. I was only about 14, 15 when I was actually younger. I was about 13 when I started soccer. And maybe younger, actually. I think I just started, primary year. I can't even remember. I think I was about 10 or 11. I can't remember. But anyway, so when I used to do that with the game, I used to surprise myself, and I could always know where the goalkeeper was going to go when I used to score a goal. So it was really weird. So I'd always aim for the right pocket in the back of the net, but I knew which way the goalkeeper was going to go. And I never ever thought anything of it until now. But then when I got sick was about 15 years ago, and sure as ever, I used to get signs and this and that, and I had a lot of protection, and a lot of different stories growing up, but I never used it. And I'd only hear things here and there. I'd never ever. It's like when you go to the gym and you do training. Okay, this is you need to actually train your spirit guide. You need to actually train your like the people, like the spirit, the angels, the master ascendants around you, all the spirit guides around you, everything around you. You need to train them so that they can actually start coming in and tuning in.
I've got a question for you. Before you do each of your shows, do you any
No, I don't do meditation.
Preparation thoughts at home?
No, I don't do any meditation.
So you just rock up.
I don't have nothing until I start my show.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of my friends say to me that when one of my friends said to me, "My God, Lesley," he says, when you're like normal when I'm talking to you, he says you're normal, and then when you go into that other world, he goes, you're a completely different person. It's like you're looking at somebody. It's like you're talking to someone. I go, well, I am. So it's quite bizarre, So. But yeah, it's and going forward, after I got sick, I saw spirit inside my hospital room when I was in hospital, and that's when I started to realize that I had something. And then I put it aside again. I didn't bother with it. I got better. It took 12 months for me to get better, and then sure as ever, it all started coming through. And I do believe that from the point that I got sick, when I nearly died, when I had emergency surgery, that I remember seeing things. I remember seeing, different. I can't call them ghosts. I should call them spirit. But when I saw these types of different spirits, then I knew that there was something different about me. I knew I had something. Use it. So I had to make all that. I was in it, I guess, if you want to call it that. So I did a lot of study. I did Alison Dubois' course as well, and she's amazing. I mean, the lady that's actually on the series called The Medium Show. So So that was really quite cool. And then I just did a lot of exercises, a lot of stuff. I worked with a lot of other psychics as well, and found that to go by myself, I feel a lot better. Let me tell you, it's 100% better now that I'm by myself. I don't have to worry about anything or anyone, and it's just amazing. So. But yeah, if you're an up-and-coming psychic medium or anything like that, I'm doing workshops on this Saturday coming up. So if you want to join that, and even if you're not, I do mentoring, I do lots of motivational stuff. Anybody can join it. You don't necessarily have to be a psychic or a medium to join my workshops.
What do you mean by medium?
So a medium. So the difference between a psychic and a medium is that psychic can do past, present, and future.
Yeah.
Okay. Whereas a medium, it's a different platform. You can always be a psychic, but you can't always be a medium, which is a medium is me talking to the past loved ones on the other side.
Okay.
So like spirit, like for example,
Right.
a grandfather or a grandmother that's passed away.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. So,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So what else have we got there? So Serena Higgins, I just saw you. She said, I'd love to join. Yeah, so if you want to join, then go over to the page on Psychics on Radio Angels on Air and go to the event section. They're all up there. I'll put them up there over the weekend. I've got also Psychic PT coming up because I'm a personal trainer. So wow. I'm going to be doing that. I just want people to tell me, what do you want me to start with first? Because otherwise I will start with something first, and it might be like, stretching or lower back pain or shoulder pain or something like that. So I'm an expert in all them as well. I mean, I've been doing it for 34 years, so it must be something. So we've got Emma Walsh here. She says, hello. She says, any messages from my nan, please? So we'll come back to you. So we've got Emma. I can't write because the microphone's down so low. Grandmother, medium. So we've also got here Beverly French. She says, I really need some advice or some guidance. So we'll come back to you there. If I have missed you on the live here, guys, so please come back and write your questions up there, and I will come back to you. Now, I can also feel that lady that I asked not to write 5,000 messages on here. Shireen, I think it was. I'm going to come back to her as well. What's her question? Can you see that question there, Jaden? Or where is it? Shireen Nadu, Naidoo, I think it was. Can you actually see that? Oh, I've lost it now. Where is she?
Not recently.
So I've got to go right back to the top. Right. Sometimes it's a little bit daunting when you're doing this, by yourself sometimes, and you've got to actually go and find things in the thing. Well, because this has just started again, I can't actually see the actual post. So if someone could actually tell me what she said. I think it was just a general. I'm just going to do a general for her. So we'll come back to her. So we've got general for her as well. So I'm going to go back down to, we've got Wendy, and she was asking about the slapping and stuff like that. So yeah, we've already gone over that, and I feel like Wendy, that person in the house, like I said earlier, please make sure that you acknowledge them and tell them to go away if you don't want them there, because they're just going to get more noisier. You're going to be doing things and opening curtains and freaking you out, lights and whatever else. So, and I'll leave that there. But we've also got Emma. She wants to know about her nan. So, and that's a medium. So this is the difference between the mediumship reading.
Yep.
So I've got here, I get the number 18 around you there, Emma. So 1 and 8 is 9. So we've got the month of September. And what is the number 1 around you as well? So like the January or the number 1 around you as well there, Emma. And I feel like this little lady, she has like a little tiny, it's like she's got a little tiny apron on, and she's also got like tongs. She's always like doing something in the kitchen. She's got tongs in her hand, and I feel really dizzy around my head, and I just feel like that she's actually had some form of either fall or dizziness around the head area. Okay, and I don't mean she's fell on her head. I just feel like that she's got dizziness or vertigo or something like that. Okay, and this little lady, she used to hang on to everything. When she was walking, she used to hang on to a lot of things. Okay, so it was like one side to the other side, back to the other side again. And I feel like she's actually sort of saying she used to have the Queen's wave. Okay, so the Queen's wave was something similar to this, and you can see me waving on the live. And she's also telling me too that she had short grey hair. It was a little bit wavy, and she liked to get it washed. Did she get it washed like once a fortnight or something like that? She's telling me that she liked her hair washed by other people, not by herself, because she couldn't get her arm up. She's saying I couldn't get my arm up, so I had to actually get other people to wash my hair. And she's also giving me pain down in the back part of the, like the back of the actual pelvic area, like the actual spine where the spine meets the pelvis. Okay, so she's also giving me pain there. Did she fall over and hurt herself there, or lower tailbone area? What's happened there? And I also feel like for this lady too, she liked to have her pearl necklaces. So the pearl necklaces were really significant to her, and I feel like they might have been even passed down. So the pearl necklaces came on to her like years later. She's saying around when she was 30 years of age. She never used to wear them before that. So what was the 30 or the 30 years, or is that you are 30? Okay, because that's what I'm getting for her as well. She's saying to me, keep your chin up. She says, I like your hair. She says, what have you done with your hair? Because she's saying to me, tell her about the hairstyle, or do you need to go and get your hair done like she does? Okay, because she's saying to me that you need to have some form of something that makes you feel happy, because you're actually feeling like you can't get your head above the water right now. Okay, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. So we've got Laura Beverly here. I think that was her last time. I can't read my writing. But anyway, we'll get to her. I've got the number 13 around you. So 1 and 3 is 4. So we've got the month of April as well. And I feel like April is a significant month around birthdays, anniversaries. So brace yourself, because even though you've got a couple coming up, I just feel like that there's going to be a lot of time that you're not going to get to yourself. So between now and mid to end of April, start looking after yourself, because it's going to be times where things are going to be testing your patience. Everything's going to be like financially, they're just showing me the empty pockets. Okay, so make sure you start saving your money. Make sure you start putting everything. Look, 1111. How cool is that?
Wow,
that's so cool. That's angel numbers there. Spirit just said to look up. So for you there, Laura, have a look at the angel numbers 1111. And I wish I could show you in the studio, but it's actually in the studio. Yeah. So, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. So we've also got here, because if you could validate that, that would be amazing. Thank you. So let me just scroll forward. Okay, so Teresa Gardner, she says, Shireen, she just asked for a reading. Yes, thank you. Okay, thank you. I've already read her. I don't know if she's still here yet, but anyway. So Amy Daniel, she says, hi, Lesley. Haven't had a chance to catch you for a while. She says, looks like you may have missed my earlier comment asking for some guidance on a couple of big decisions I have coming up. I'd love some guidance if drawn to me, please. Yes, of course. So we'll come back to you there, Amy. So if there's anybody else that wants to have a reading, come over to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and I will read for you. Okay, so we're going to do some big decisions. Yes, and I just feel like going forward there, Amy, that you need to have time to actually work out what decisions are going forward. Okay, so they're saying to me, what's the purpose? So when you have a decision you have to make, it's like I had a reading a couple of days ago, and sure as ever, the lady wanted to know if she should go and meet this man that night, and even though they've been off and on relationship, off and on, and blah blah blah, and I said to her, I said, well, then what's the purpose of the meeting then? Is it to finish the breakup, or because you haven't seen him for 2 weeks, or is it to mend things, or what? She says, I don't know. And I said, well, that's what you need to find out. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. So, what's the purpose? That's what they're asking me to ask you, Amy. Okay. So once you find out your purpose, and once you find out what it's here for, or what that big decision is for, then it's going to make a lot of sense to you. Okay. So pull back the reins. They're also saying to me to tell you as well to hold on to your pennies. So when I see money, I see it as like the old Roman pharaohs, like the Roman, what do you call it? The Roman money. It's sort of like, yeah, and it's really, really old fashioned. It's not like it's anything that's, flash today, like the $2 coin or anything like that. It's nothing like that. It's actually really, really quite large. Okay. And it's really quite old and ancient. And it's sort of like they're on a different, they're not even rounded properly, not even a sharp round edge. They're actually really quite, smooth but jagged edges, if that makes sense. So that's how I see things when I see the money. But I feel like for you going forward, also the pockets are emptying out. So you've got a lot of bills coming up. So save your money. Stop spending it on Chinese food once a week. Stop spending it on this and that. I'm not saying you're buying Chinese. I'm just giving you an example. But yeah, just make sure that this will help reduce anxiety. All right. So, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. So Andy Daniel, she says, has a loved one or someone spoke to you through through someone else, and you go, no way, that has to be that person coming through, the person when you're talking. Yes, lovey, all the time. So we've got Mustang Sally. Okay, Mustang Sally. I feel like that's not your real name. And I don't think I need to be psychic to work that one out. So she said, hi, lovely. May I please ask you today, I made a very big decision to bring in justice of my brothers, made it to be to the attention of a media source. Okay. I have to read this before I read the rest of it out. I can't actually talk about that there, Mustang Sally, because it's with the media law for radio. I can't actually say what you're actually asking me, okay? So you need to ask me a different question, lovey, because I can't say that. It's about legal issues, and I'm not a lawyer. I can't talk about legal issues. All I can say is things like, oh, I see a subpoena, or I see a contract or whatever, okay? So that's all I see. But Lisa Gooch Heasley, and she says, I would love a message from best friend of 54 years who took his own life. Oh, geez, gee whiz. Oh, God. Okay, we'll come back to that one as well. Wow. Jeez. Sometimes just people just can't cope with this, and it's probably been happening for many years. I just feel like this has been happening for a long time, Lisa. Okay, so it's been on the cards for him for a long time. He says, I had an agenda, and I had a milestone. I had to do it, and there's no stopping at all. It was all in the mind, and there was no way there was anybody going to stop him. Okay, so yeah, and the guy is over on the other side, and it's so much more peaceful, so much more relaxed, so much nothing to worry about at all right, so they're more worried about you, and they're more sorry what they've done, but they're more worried about you than anybody else. And this was such a massive shock to everybody, because this guy, he showed me like Robin Williams, the comedian, like the person that actually would make everybody happy all the time, but he was so unhappy himself in his own soul. Okay, so his soul was miserable. He's saying to me, it was like two people. The soul was there, but the body, physically, body wasn't there. The mind wasn't there, and that's when I'll leave it there. Thank you. Sorry for your loss, Lovey. So Helen Dooley, she said, thank you, Leslie. She said 12 a month of March would be my son's birthday month. Okay, and he drives a black four-wheel drive, which I will ask him to have the maintenance check on his vehicle 100%. Okay, so that's him. So we've found the person. That's good. So yeah, so make sure that it's I feel like it's like in the wheels, or in the whatever the thing underneath the wheels are. What's underneath the wheels in the car, like the chassis or something?
Underneath the wheels?
What's it called?
The rope.
No. No. Underneath the wheels, you've got the what is it called? The diff, not the gearbox, the diff. Michael Talbot will know that one. So one of my friends on here, Michael Talbot's known me for years, so he'll know that one. He's a car freak. Yeah, he's a car freak. One of my old high school friends. So
I went to Eastern Creek Raceway.
Yeah. You into cars?
No. If I was ever afforded, I'd like to buy a huge, big, maybe four-wheel drive ute,
like a Ram,
maybe a Hilux.
It's got a Hilux, yeah.
Something like that.
Gosh, I'm into cars.
My cousin is into he's full into V8s and all
yeah,
that.
right.
I once met a guy. I won't say who he is.
Yeah.
I won't say where I know him from. He spent $2,000 on a $2,000 spent on a 2007 Commodore.
Yeah, right. That's all right. Jeez,
I think he bought it from a Wreckers.
Yeah.
And he told me since then he's spent over $40,000.
Oh, no way. That's crazy. No, I wouldn't spend that much. No, yeah. I'd rather just go and buy a Lambo.
You spend 40 grand on a car, you spent 40 grand.
Yeah, I know, that's right.
In the last 2 or 3 years.
100%.
I know.
So yeah, so I love old cars. I'm actually just about to inherit an old car from one of my PT clients, and it's an old Ute, and it's they're only going to charge me a couple $100 for it. And I said, all right, that's awesome. So, and I love old cars, so I can't wait to get it, to be honest. So we've got Sally Ann here. What is the time here? Where are we up to? So we'll have to go to a break in a second, but we've got Sally Ann here, and we'll come back with you there, Sally Ann, for a spiritual guidance reading, and I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Enjoy free live music every Saturday.
Is that too loud?
Sorry?
Is that too loud?
Saturday night and Sunday afternoon.
So loud. We'll come back to Sally. I can't hear a thing.
Full range of dining facilities. Visit the website at
Any validations there?
www.com.au for the full music schedule.
Yeah,
bring this one
up. Let's go get a glass of water before.
Yeah, that's in the kitchen.
Yeah, how do you talk the whole hour? Yeah, you're talking non-stop.
Huh?
You talk like non-stop.
Yeah, I can talk underwater. It's a lecture 9 hours a day.
Can the people online hear us? Can the people on the live stream hear us?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still there.
Professional and proactive Insight Intelligence Group works with you to ensure the success of the investigation. Australia-wide.
Let's see how many people are online. Yeah.
02 9837
Okay.
Insight Intelligence.
So we'll keep going with this.
We all know that paying for a funeral can be a financial burden. However, have you ever thought of paying off a prepaid funeral? With none of the ongoing premiums that is associated with funeral insurance, $1,000 can get you started. Hills Family Funerals, a family-owned and operated business of 35 years.
Just got to do the ads, guys.
02 9659 0900. Ask for Richard Spiteri or speak to one of the friendly staff members to learn how. Get assistance today. Call Hills Family Funerals, station sponsor. Learn something new.
So if you could validate it, that would be great. We've got Lisa, Amy, Sally. I'll do her coming up. Laura, Emma, Wendy. A lot of people.
The mate who always paddles off alone but ends up falling in. You know the kind. So when enjoying the water, make the right call to keep your mates.
Which days of the week are your TAFE?
Sorry?
Which days of the week are your TAFE?
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, cool. Which
Yeah.
TAFE is it?
Ultimo.
Oh, right.
Just up Central Station.
Do you know Jessica, marketing teacher there?
No. I think that's it with my
Oh,
class, yeah.
all right.
They're often the
Going
closet
live.
but often because of Ultimo.
And welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You're with Jaden Lee and International Psychic Medium, myself, Lesley Spaliviero. So how's your first hour? Are you bored yet?
Not bored, interesting. Very interesting. what you do.
Good. I'm glad you're not bored. That's the main thing. So we're live here on Facebook. So if you'd like to have a free reading, then come over to our page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, so that we can see your questions come up on our main page. If you're on one of the group pages, then also please come over to the main page as well. So we've got Omni Jerish here. She says, my husband got a 1966 Mustang car. I'll call it Mustang Sally, laughing out loud. Well, we used to have a Mustang as well, so a jet black one, which was really nice. My daughter had one of them. So Mustang Sally, she says, thank you, lovely. She says, I do understand. May I please ask for a general reading? Yes, of course. We're going to come back to you. So we've also got here Nicole. It's Nicole, Cardoo, Cardo. She just would love some guidance. So love, like, and share my page, guys. I haven't seen the, Mustang Sally or Nicole Cardo before. So love, like, and share my page, guys. And some of the people in here still haven't liked my page. They follow, isn't it funny? They follow me, but they haven't liked my page. They've missed that actual button.
Oh.
It's bizarre. It's bizarre how Facebook has a following one
Yeah.
and a like. Why don't they just have one size fits all?
I know.
I don't understand the difference. So we've got
Like
good.
and follow. It's the same thing on a public page. You still getting,
Exactly.
you still seeing the page's content.
Exactly. So album of like about 800 cars over my life from when I was a kid right up until I left home. That's it. Because I mean, lots of photos, but probably about 80 cars if you're lucky.
Wow.
Just over the lifetime, he'd just buy them and fix them up and then sell them. So that's
still the huge profit.
well, this is going back, oh God, 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. So yes, I'm showing my age.
Yeah.
So Wendy Harvey, she says, I'm so happy you got a reading to Lisa Gucchisi. So Lisa, if you could come back and validate that, well, that would be amazing. So I'm going to go back over to Sally because she wanted a spiritual guidance or a general. So what I get for you, Okay, so I just feel like there's a lot of anxiety and like a lot of issues on the chest with someone around you as well. Okay, and I also feel like this has actually gone to the point where it's actually causing the pain. Like they actually grind their teeth, and I can see them grinding their teeth when they actually go to sleep at night. Okay, then they open their mouth and they're snoring. So who's this person around you? I just feel like this person is really embarrassed about being grinding their teeth, because you can actually hear it like this, the grind in it. So, and I just feel like going forward with you as well, there's a number 17 around you. So we've got the month of August, so number 8, which is the month of August as well. So what's 17, 8 or August around you? And I feel like coming up in April, the same to me, the double A's. So April month is going to be significance around 23rd, 24th, 25th. Okay, so what's coming up there? And I feel like that you're another person that's not drinking enough water, okay? Because I feel really dry in the mouth. They're also saying to me too that we've got the number 12 and 13 around you. So lots of numbers. Wow. So you're a busy person. You've got things coming up. And they're also saying to me, and don't be offended, but I feel like you need to clean the kitchen or wash up or something, because I can see dishes everywhere. Or was that when you were growing up? Did you have to do the washing up? Because this person's showing me from the other side that you were made to do the washing up when you were younger. Okay, and that's how you learnt to be responsible, because your mum gave you the chores. She's saying, I gave you the chores to make you responsible. Okay, and I feel like there's also a younger sibling around you, and I feel like this could be a female as well. And I feel like this young lady has also had the same thing. So it was like you would wash up and give her the dishes and she would wipe up. That's what I'm seeing around you. If that's not you, that would be somebody around that question there. Okay, so whoever the person is around the question. So, and I'll leave it there, but the message for you now is to keep your chin up and keep going. Don't stop in the middle. Okay, there's nothing that you should be stopping in the middle. So they always say that when you're going through hell, don't stop in the middle and keep going. And I'll leave that there for you, lovey. Okay, so we've also got here Nicole Gardner and Cardo, and she just wanted some guidance. So I just feel like for you going forward, there's like communication issues or something that's manifesting with somebody in the background. And I feel like they're just seething everything. It's like the boiling pot, Is that you, or is that someone close to you, where there's things that are actually seething around you and you're not actually getting ahead of things? You're not actually getting too far ahead, and that's why it's starting to fester. Okay, so it's time to open up the channels and start to talk about it, or stop seething over it. That's what I'm getting from Spirit. I'm not sure exactly who that is, but Spirit's also asking me to say that you need to start talking up, because it's about time that you started to be noticed. And that's what I'm getting. Okay, so I feel like this could be around work, and I feel like there's either a bully at work or somebody that's actually pushed you down the line a bit. Okay, and you know they've done it, and you haven't spoken up. So it's time to actually start to stand your ground, and this bully will start to have a bit more respect for you as well, because they feel like they can just continually keep doing it, which is what's been happening. And that's the message for you, Nicole, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. So have we got any validations there, Jaden? Not sure.
Any validations?
So we've got Sally Ann, and she says, August, my brother's birthday. April is my birthday. Oh, cool. That's a double A. That's awesome. Thank you. So that's a significant month, right? So then that rules out the 8 and the 4 for the August. That's beautiful. I mean, it's for the April. What am I saying? So that's cool. Thank you for that. So we've got Teresa Gardner, and she says, if Lesley gives you a reading or a message, can you please give Lesley some validation? Yes, most of my viewers that are on my shows, they love to see the validations from people, because it's sort of like,
what's a validation?
So validation is like, if I say like, what's the significance around August or April, like I just did with the last reading, and they say they'll come back to me and validate and say, yes, my person, like for example, this one here, she says, August is my brother's birthday and April is my birthday. So I got both those right, which is cool. So I like it when I get it right. I like it when Spirit gets it right. So the messages that I get through are really, really quite faint. It's really, really, it's not even, it's like a whisper. And then sometimes I'll get the messages really strongly come through,
There's just one from Deb Martin. If drawn to me, may I have a reading?
Okie dokie. So yes, we're going to come back to you, Deb. So we'll come back to you as well. We'll just do a general for her. So tell us a little bit more about your show there, Jaden.
Well, it's a community show on Saturday mornings. So I've interviewed. I've interviewed a few people over the past year. Just about different
What type of
charities.
people do you interview?
I interviewed Greg Page, the original bandman from the Wiggles comeback.
Oh,
Just under a
right.
year ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
I interviewed him about cardiac arrest.
Ah, did he have a cardiac arrest?
Yeah, 2 years ago he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That's the one with the purple.
Yellow.
Yeah. Oh, yellow, is
Yellow,
it? Yeah,
yes.
yellow. Right. Who's the purple? Oh, purple is the
Jeff.
little guy, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's right. I should know because my daughter. That's the only thing she watched was the Wiggles when she was little.
Wow.
I know the ABC song, everything. My
Oh.
God, that's what we used to sing in the car.
Wow.
Did you ever watch it?
Oh yeah. They're currently doing a because they haven't had the original lineup. They've been going for 30 years now. And they haven't had the original lineup for
30 years.
Oh, they had the first 20 years of the original lineup, and then the last 10 years it's just been Anthony's been the only original ones that have had different band members.
Yeah, what colour is Anthony?
Blue.
Blue, right.
So yeah, they're doing a reunion tour of the 4 original members, but it's for over 15s.
Yeah, right.
And yes, and they're doing it at a big they're doing that at the big.
You're going to go to it?
Yeah, I'm
yeah, good on you. Yeah,
it's funny how they It's funny how they do it. They're doing it for over 15s.
Yeah, because that's the same era that they started.
Everyone here.
Everyone love it.
They're all like teenagers.
Exactly.
Adults. But the way, and so they're doing what they're doing. They're doing the children's shows in the day, so like at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And the show goes for like an hour.
Yeah.
And then at night they're doing the over 18
Oh,
show.
that's cool. Yeah.
But the thing is that people were complaining people were messaging on their Facebook page like, oh, why can't I bring my 3-year-old to the nighttime show? I'm thinking, I want to go to a show where there's adults and
that's
children.
Right. That's right. 100%. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's funny. So yeah. Well, we're going back to the readings here. So we've got Nicole Cardoon. She says, thank you. She says, my partner and I had some communications issues just last week. She says, I recently started a new job and my boss had said a few comments to myself that had put me down a bit and made me feel not good enough at my job. Yeah, 100% there, Nicole. So pull back the reins there, lovey, okay? Just walk in there. Don't let this woman or this person put you down, because I just feel like that she's going to continue to do it, okay? So it's time to just say something along the lines of, was that necessary? I've actually had an experience with one many years ago, and it was I saw 2 work colleagues, and what had happened was one was bullying the other, etc. Anyway, the one that was getting bullied for like something like 6 months. It was insane. I was only young. I was only probably about 22 years of age, and sure as ever, the one that was getting bullied turned around and said to the bully, was that really necessary? And it actually made that person think, so that person was just was stopped in their tracks. So ask them that question. I've never forgotten that. So ask them that question there, Nicole, and hopefully that'll make you feel better, or make you have some sort of, not stance. You don't want to be at the boss, or you don't want to be, telling the boss off or anything like that. You just want to be, at a same level of respect. That's what it is. And when they don't respect you, they'll continue to do it. So. And here we go. So we've got Mustang Sally. She says, Wiggles are having an adult concert around Australia. Ah, beautiful.
Yeah,
there you go.
I was just mentioning.
Yep. So Amanda
they're sold out.
Oh, that'd be. I'm not surprised.
They played in Melbourne on the weekend.
Yeah.
At Rod Laver Arena, and yes, I saw people's videos up, and every single seat was packed.
Yeah, I used to love the purple one, the purple people eater. The dinosaur. Dorothy the dinosaur. Oh, yeah. The purple one.
She's a green dinosaur.
No, she was purple. Was purple, yeah.
Oh, okay.
From what I remember, unless I'm thinking of something else.
Barney the purple dinosaur?
Barney, yes. I think you're right. You probably remember it better than me. So we've got Danielle Pinton. She says, Lesley, do you ever get messages for yourself, or do you find it hard to read for yourself? So I probably haven't had a reading for myself for so long. I can't, like a proper reading. When I've done workshops before, with other psychics, in other workshops, not my own, well, you have to practice on people when you do the readings. But it's really quite bizarre, because my spirit is really protective of me, and it will protect me. So if try this with, this sounds really bad, but if you try and if you go to a psychic and you say, okay, I'd like to pay you for a reading, etc., then ask your spirit to scramble them and see what happens. See if your spirit will look after you, okay? And I've done that before, and it's actually worked for me. So it sounds weird, it sounds horrible, but I really didn't want that person that was reading me from that workshop to know any part of my private life. And I'm quite private with my life, so I don't actually, go around showcasing whatever I do or whatever I've got or whatever it is. But yeah, and that's what I do. But so when I read for myself, I do like the coffee cup reading. Like tomorrow night, I'll do, if you want me to, I can go and do the coffee cup reading again tomorrow night. But the last 2 Tuesday nights, I've actually done coffee cup reading. Have you seen that before?
Coffee cup?
Yeah,
What
so
do
you
you
get
mean coffee cup reading?
Turkish coffee, and you drink a little bit of it, and then you put it into a saucer, and it's a whole technique. It's a little special way of reading coffee cups. Yeah, or the coffee liquid. It's better with the Turkish coffee because it's actually thicker. So I can do that for myself, and I read myself like that. And sometimes I'll read pancakes, if something like faces will come up on my pancakes, or numbers or names or whatever will come up on my pancakes. Or it sounds bizarre, but I always see a face or see something somewhere. It's always like spirit's always onto me with anything that's visual.
Okay.
It's really bizarre. So.
All right.
So so it's hard to read for myself, and I don't say that, Danielle, about any other psychic. They might find it easy. They might just pull out a tarot card, but I don't know how to do tarot cards, and I don't want to start either. But I don't use them, so I wouldn't actually pull one out for myself to actually predict the future. Like, I've actually been protected from spirit. I was would have been in a car accident going back at least 18 months ago now, and I had like my spirit pull the seatbelt really tight on me, and I could not move off the lights. I had a work colleague in the car, and he's looking at me. He was 65 years of age at the time. He's looking at me as if to say, how come you're not moving off the lights? And sure as ever, the car next to me, so it was 2 cars like that, the car next to me on the left had actually taken off to go through the lights, and they put the brakes on so quick they were missed by about half an inch, and this other car ran the red light. So if I would have gone, I would have hit that car. That car would have hit my side of the car and would have killed me. Easy. This was over at 5 Dock.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was in an intersection, and you couldn't see around the corner where the car was coming from. So, but my spirit just locked me there. I could not move off the mark. It was that weird. So.
Wow.
But yeah, so I hope that answers your question there, Danielle. So she says, yes, I love watching your coffee cup readings as well. Okay, so I might do another one tomorrow night. We'll go a little bit deeper into reading the coffee cups tomorrow night. So join me tomorrow night, 10 o'clock till midnight if you'd like.
Why do you do it that late?
Because I do like Sunday night 8 till 10,
Yeah.
8 till 10. Tonight is 9 till 11, and then Tuesday night is 10 till 12 because I capture overseas audience.
Oh, okay.
So I get a lot of followers from overseas. Yeah. So by that time, if I'm on at 10 o'clock, they're actually, it's like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning for them. It's not 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So o'clock at night, it might be 4 o'clock in the morning, or 3 o'clock in the morning, or something like that. Depends on where they come from.
Okay.
So I try and hit all like around the world, so I can help everybody around the world. So I do 8 hours a week of this.
Wow.
And then I go back to 8 o'clock till 10 on the Wednesday night. So
okay.
So Alison Turner, she says, evening. She says, before they became the Wiggles, they went under the name the Cockroaches. Exactly. That's how I remember them. I grew up listening to them. Same. And she says the group was made of the Field brothers.
Yeah. So Anthony's currently the Blue Wiggle.
Yeah.
He's a human. He's 2 older brothers, John and Paul.
Mm.
And then Jeff, who was the original Blue Wiggle, he was also a band member.
Yeah, right.
And then there's a couple of other guy named Tony Henry, who was their drummer. And Tony Henry's done a lot of
That's cool.
He's done a lot of production work.
Yeah. Well, she just said here they lived locally at Layla Park and grew up in Blacktown. Now, who's showing their age? You are there, Alison, all right? Because I didn't know that. I'm probably older than you, though, Alison. Don't worry about it. So we've got here, Andy Daniel says, night, everyone. May the prayers go out to everyone that needs it, and the people in the floods and all the volunteers and the loved ones past, present, and future. Thank you, Andy. Thanks for that. Good night and have a beautiful sleep. So Wendy Harvey says, Alison Turner, she says, you are absolutely correct. Same age, hey. So we'll come back to Deb Martin, and she wanted did I actually read Nicole Gardner? I think I did. So Deb Martin, she wanted a general. So we're just going to start with her as well. So what I get for you is I feel like on my right side of my face, I feel pressure around the eye and around that part of the area. Was there surgery or an eye patch over that part of the eye? Because I just saw like an eye patch there. And I feel like there's something issues with regards to the timing of getting the eyes done to something else happening. Like if you had to get the eyes done to, or this person had to get the eyes done. I can't even see properly. So she's saying to me, I had to get the eyes done before I had to go to a wedding or something like that. So the timing had to be perfect so they could actually get to whatever the occasion was to be able to get there without having a patch over their eye. So that makes a lot of sense. So, and I also get the number 13 around you. So you've got the month of April as well. Everybody's got April and May coming up. This is the last 2 nights. That's what I've been reading is mainly April and May. So, and I also feel like September coming up as well is going to be significant. They're saying to me the 8/9th of September. So what is that for you there, Deb? So Deb Martin, what is that for you coming up around either the 8th month or the 9th month? So 8 or 9th of August or September or both. So they're also saying to me with regards to a vehicle, a car, and I feel like this is not like your normal everyday sedan. I feel like this is either a people mover or a little bit bigger than normal car, if that makes sense. And it looks like it's got a slidey door, maybe a van or something like that. I don't know, or you used to have it. But I feel like this car needs some service as well, maintenance. So yeah, looks like to me either a white or a light color. Okay, so make sure that you actually have that that car up to speed with your maintenance, because I don't want you driving it without being tickety boo, I should say. So, and I'll leave that there. So Omni Jerry says 99. Love and light. Thank you, Lovey. On their night shows are. She says, I stepped back in time. My mum wanted to go and watch it, and my dad said, I'm not going out on a Saturday night to watch the Wiggles. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's hilarious. So anybody else would like to have a something there? Over to this page as well, the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. So Alison Turner, she says, no, you're a young duck, Leslie. She says, just turned 52, but I believe we have the same age child, 24 going on 65. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's probably right there. So tell me a little bit more about what you're going to do with yourself there, Jaden, with regards to your real estate stuff. So where do you want to be in, say, about 5 years' time?
5 years I'm going to be working in television production. I did study media last year.
Yeah.
But as I said, there's not.
Did you finish it?
Finished it, got a diploma.
Yeah, nice.
But there's not a lot of work going around
or
not a lot of full-time work. There's a lot of, like, I have done a bit of freelance work. Like I was working with cricket earlier this year.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, that was only for the week.
Yeah.
There's a lot of freelance work, but I'm trying to find full-time work.
So how did you get the freelance work?
Oh, one of our TAFE teachers, she gave me an email for a lady at a production company, the production company that works on the cricket.
Oh, yeah.
So I did that. Got called. I've only done one thing with them before, and all of a sudden got called. They said, "Oh, would you be able to help us for the week?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So worked.
Did they pay you?
Yeah, they paid me.
Cool.
I must say, pay wasn't the greatest.
Fair enough. You're so honest.
They paid you. They paid you. I won't say the name of the company.
Don't say that. Don't say anything like that. You know
pay wasn't the greatest. But yeah, I worked long hours, and it was good. It was good working. It was good working, but just.
You know what's really in now is those what's those things that fly above your head that's got a camera on it? What is it?
The spider cam.
Yeah, spider cams and stuff like that. That'll be awesome to get into. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I worked at the Giants, we could hear when we were on the field, we could hear this thing flying around above us all the time.
Oh, it's very expensive stuff to operate.
Yeah.
Like, you have all these cables and they're attached to all these heavy duty winches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating how it's all.
Yeah. So did you learn that when you went to media?
I spoke to someone who did work on it. Yeah, and he said they're all connected. They're connected to the light towers.
Yeah.
All the stadium roof. All the stadiums all that's steel.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't think it's the cables are heavy duty.
Yeah.
But the camera, I can't imagine the camera would be. The camera might weigh maybe 20, 30 kilos.
Yeah,
maybe
they're not
that
light.
many.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's pretty technical stuff. How it's all
Yeah, I know.
set up, and then
So I work for the Giants, and
Yeah.
just the amount of stuff. Well, not into the main what do you call it, change room, but outside the change room with the OBs. We call them outside broadcasts.
Yeah.
So the OB units and stuff like that was pretty full on.
Yeah,
So.
I've seen 300-meter cables. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty full.
There's cables everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a very high skilled industry to be working in. But that's what's going back to what I was saying. I'm trying to find work. I haven't found work. Found work earlier this year. Been working in a pub. I still work there. Won't say which pub. But yeah, I was there for a couple of weeks. I'd like to work full-time hours, as close to full-time hours as possible. But yeah, they couldn't give it to me. I'm thinking, well, taste semester starting.
Yeah.
So you may as well try and make use of my time.
Yeah, good on you.
But
Keep going. The more that you learn, the better.
Oh yeah, it's very complex. Well, it's not complex, but it's a lot to take in. It makes sense after a while. But yeah, it's just a learning experience.
Exactly. So we've got Deb Martin here, and she says, I own a blue car, not sure about 7, 8 of August or September. Do have family matters in June and July, but house is being sold and need to leave by May. Right. Well, there you go. So that's why April is going to be very busy for you. Very, very busy there, lovey. So brace yourself. So keep those dates in mind as well, because I don't just say them for no reason. I don't get the numbers for no reason, okay? So, Wendy Harvey, she said, good on you, Jay. She says, you are being very productive. So Deb Martin says, I've just started wearing glasses as my right eye isn't as good as it used to be. That's why I can't see out of my eye. There you go. So that's cool. Thank you. So we're going to go back to, I'm just going to go back down to, we've got Shannon Grice, Grice, and she says, what did she say? Would love a message from my dad. So dad mediumship. So we're going to come back to you. I'm just going to check everything else out here. So if you'd like to learn how to become a medium, or brush up on your psychic skills, or whatever the case may be, then join my event, which is coming up this Saturday, guys. It's on my Facebook page. Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. So we've got Pamela Watson here. Thanks for joining me, Pam. I saw you here the other day. So she says, what about the Teletubbies? I couldn't stand those things. My daughter loved them. My daughter loved them. Now you've just started me there, Pamela.
Teletubbies? Wow,
they're
different.
They're very, they're very, very different. That's for sure. So, so we'll keep going.
I don't know what language they speak.
No, me either. It's just Ghibli, whatever it was, just mumbles. So we've got Lauren Gerasimo. She's from Michigan in the USA. Thanks for joining us, Lauren. That's why I have to.
Whereabouts in Michigan?
I have no idea.
Michigan, are you
I have no
Detroit,
idea.
Lansing,
So Deb Martin, she says, thank you, Leslie, for the reading. Fingers crossed a new home appears in April for us. Yes, you've got to manifest it, lovey. So keep manifesting it so that it can come about. So would you be able to grab me the battery? Where's my charger?
What's the charger?
The iPhone charger's on the floor. Thank you. It's for the iPad. Sorry. So we've also got here Shannon Grice, and she wants a mediumship reading for her. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. A mediumship reading for her dad. So what I get for you there, Shannon, is the number 18 around you. So 1 and 8 is 9 as well. So you've got the month of September. So what's coming up in September? And I feel like your dad must have passed around between. The funeral was 2 to 4 p.m. I don't know why, but I get Friday. What's the Friday? Why is he saying to me Friday and 2 to 4 p.m.? Okay, and I feel like that it looks like to me that he was found. Now, who's this around you as well? There's a lot of anxiety around you, and I'm trying to push that aside and ask Spirit to show me that. Now, I say young man because he wasn't that old, is saying to me that he passed in his bed, and that's what I'm seeing here, okay? And I feel like that was on a Friday, like Friday the 13th or something unlucky. It was like ironic. He's saying it was ironic. That's what he's saying to me. So I don't know what he means by that. And I also feel like that the number 22 around you, so 2 and 2 is 4 as well. So we've got the 2 and the 4 and the 22 around you. So what are those dates around you, or what do those numbers mean to you as well?
Just reading in the comments.
Yeah.
Lauren, southeast Michigan, 20 minutes south
Of Detroit. Yeah, cool.
There's a show. There's a show that I watch. I won't say the name of the show, might be for radio, but it's a good TV show. It's about a pawn shop.
Oh yeah, I know what it is. I watched that. Yeah.
In Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah, and they pawn off all the like ancient like treasures of people. Like everyone else's trash is someone else's treasure. Yeah, it's mad. I used to watch it all the time. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, but going back to Shannon, I also get the number.
The shop's located on Detroit's 8 Mile, I think it's
called.
Like I've never been to America, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, so I also get for Dad there as well, Shannon, that they're showing me the number 23, so we've still got the month of May. Everyone keeps showing me 23 in May. I don't know why. What's going on in May for you as well? And I feel like there's going to be bigger job opportunities as well going forward. And Dad's right beside you. And I can also feel that there's like you get the actual back of your hair or your head gets a little bit itchy. It's not dandruff. It's not anything else. It's just your dad just patting you on the back of the head saying, I'm here. I'm here for whenever you need me. Okay. So, and I'll leave it there. Thank you. So what have we got here? So Lauren Gerasimo, she said, yes, I've been there. So nobody understands the Teletubbies, yet the young 2, 3, 4-year-olds seem to. Well, that's exactly right, because they always have like these, whatever they are, and you can't understand a word they're saying, but you know.
I like how they got the vacuum cleaner going around. I don't know what the vacuum cleaner's name is or what its species is.
Me either. I think I like the vacuum cleaner the best one. Yeah.
So there's a vacuum cleaner that goes around.
And it disappointed me when it never ever showed up. Like if it didn't show up to anywhere where they all were, it would disappoint me. I don't know why. I just had this thing for the vacuum cleaner. I don't know. Not anymore, but anyway. So we'll keep going. So if you want to have a reading, then come over to my page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. And we're going to go to an ad break now there, Jaden. So we'll be back in a second. You're listening to Alive 90.5 FM.
Live 90.5. Yeah, Live 90.5. Australia.
How often do you have to play the promos?
Huh?
How often do you need to play the promos?
I just do it when I need to have a drink at the moment.
Okay.
So gives me a break. So have you got tape tomorrow, was it?
Sorry?
You tape tomorrow?
No, Wednesday.
That's good. Oh. So I can hear now when I turn you off.
Oh.
Whoops. What's going on there? Why didn't that work? That's what they were saying to me before, that it was skipping over.
Alive 90.5.
And welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You're with Jaden Lee and myself, Lesley Spaliviero. I am an international psychic medium. You're listening to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. So if you'd like to have a reading from me, come over to my page on Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and I can do the reading for you tonight. So we've got Shannon Grice. She's just had a reading, and she says, thank you very much for that. She said, the young man that you see, maybe my deceased ex, she says, was 27 when he passed. She says, my twins were born on the 22nd. From memory, Dad's funeral was on a Friday. There you go. Wow, that's pretty cool. Thank you for that. That's pretty cool. Thank you. Wendy Harvey, she says, we can still hear you. Yeah, I know. I know, darling. So we've also got here Lauren. Yes, she says, I've been there. Yes, I've been there. So if you want to have a reading, then come over to the page. So do you know what an awakening is?
An awakening?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So
when you wake up?
No, you know how we saw the numbers up there before the 1111?
Yeah.
So things like that. Do you see numbers like that? Do you see numbers all the time where like you'll get like 1144 or you get 1111 or something like that? So that means that
I had some weird dream the other night. It was about numbers.
Yeah.
I just can't remember what it was. But there'd be times I'd wake up in the middle of the night thinking it's Oh, because I didn't go to bed till 11:30 midnight on most
Yeah.
nights.
Yeah.
There'd be times I wake up in the middle of the night and it'd be
3:33 or
3:30, 4
something.
o'clock, and I'm thinking, why is it this early?
Yeah.
I've only been asleep.
No, I'm
for 3
talking
hours.
about double numbers and stuff like
double
that. Yeah,
numbers.
so like 10:10 or like 12:12 and things like that. So if you start seeing that,
really?
it's like people start to go through an awakening. So they start to see different types of like signs from spirit. Okay, it's like there's signs from spirit. So it's like have you ever heard of an aura reading?
What, sorry?
Aura, AURA.
No.
So different things like this is what I teach. Course, not saying you should come to my course. This is my course with spiritual, the side of spirit, so that it actually people start to recognize things like that. So aura readings is like when you see someone, you might not see it, but I sometimes do, and you see that they've got like a different color around them, their body. So that will just tell me what if it could be like a pink, a blue, or yellow, or something like that. So we're going back to the show here, and we've got here Jenny Ross, and she says anything. She says, any messages for me, please? I'm newbie on here from Mississippi. So thanks for joining me, Jenny. Thanks for joining the show, first timer. So we're going to give you a general. So I'll just come back to you in a second. So first time listener. So tell us where you're from. She said she's from Mississippi. Sorry. So we've got Wendy Harvey. She says, a light globe moment. Yes.
Where what's that? Where did Elvis die? He died in Memphis.
Memphis, that's right. I've been there.
Memphis,
Yeah,
Tennessee.
yeah. I've been in Elvis's house. It's so cool. It's really, really old
I think
fashioned.
he might have been born in Mississippi.
Yeah, probably. So his house is really, really ancient.
Wow.
Like compared to like the houses now. But anyway, so Glenn Ray Sean, he says my fiance's phone is messed up. So she wants me to ask her questions. She wants to have a general reading and business reading. Okay. Glenn, so fiance.
Elvis was born in Mississippi.
Ah, there you go. Very good. Very good. So we've got a general or business for you. So I'll come back to you there, Glenn. So tell your fiance to hold on. And did I see something about yeah, I did. So good morning, Lesley. Is my fiance pregnant and will we be okay? Well, yeah, we'll come back to that. I'll pull in. Yeah, Gracelands. Gracelands is in Memphis, Tennessee, because that's where I've been. It's really like got massive, big, wide streets there too. And he's white. And his house is further up, like into the underneath some like big, beautiful oak trees or whatever they call them there. It looks really cool. So we're going to go back to Jess Ross. She says she's a first-time listener and that she wants to have a general. So Jenny Ross. So what I get for you there, Jenny, I just feel like that there's little times where you need to write a lot of things down. Okay, so they're showing me lots of notes, lots of it's like you need to write everything down so you don't miss it. They're saying to me you got OCD, and I also got pain in my right top part of my foot. So what's happening there? So I feel like that you've either had a break or someone's had a break or something happened when you were younger with your foot or something like that, because I just got a flick or a peeing pain right in my foot. And I also feel like for you going forward that I get the number 14 around you. So 1 and 4 is 5. We've got the month of May as well. I also get December. So something coming up is significant in December. And yes, that sounds general, but going forward, that's not so general because that's going to resonate something with you. And I feel like that's going to be around the 20, 21, 22, 23. It's like somebody's arriving or you haven't seen somebody for quite a long time. And this is a significant moment. It's not like a normal Christmas for that, okay? And there's lots of stuff on the table. So you do like the huge, big smorgasbord on the table. It's like a big family thing. There's something like 20 people there. So that's what I'm seeing there as well. And I feel like that you've got, and they're saying to me 8 siblings or 8. What's the number 8 around you? So why am I getting 8 children or 8 siblings or something like that? So I'm feeling like there's the number 8 resonates with you. So it could be cousins, it could be someone that's really quite close to you. And I also feel like for you going forward, the number 11 for you and number 2 is very significant. So we've got the month of November. So leading up to December is going to be extremely busy. And they're saying to me, your money is coming out of your pockets before you even open your pockets, okay? So make sure you start saving and putting some stuff aside for those harder times that are coming up. Okay, so and around August it's going to get very, very hectic. So brace yourself there and make sure that everything is tickety-boo around there so that you don't leave yourself short. And that's what I'm saying about when things get hectic. Okay, so, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. So we're just going back. So if you want to validate that, that would be amazing. So we've also got here Glenn, Monica. Okay, that's her name. So Glenn, Monica Murphy. She is the fiance of Glenn. So she wants to have a general and business reading, please. So what do we get around her? So I get the number 21 around you. So 1 and 2 is 3. So we've got the month of March. So coming up now is going to be some nice news, some beautiful news, they're saying to me. So things are going to change around August, September for you. And I feel like that 6 to 8 months time is going to be quite significant times. Okay, so lots of things going on. And what's 6 to 8 months time from now? What will that
be?
November, September, will it?
September, October, November.
Yeah. September, October, November. Yeah. So September is going to be quite busy for you, okay? And I feel like that business is going to start to ramp up. And every time you look one way or another, you've got to do something else, okay? So start to enable your time and start to enable your energy, because it's going to start taxing you, if that makes sense. And I also want you to start drinking more water. They're saying to me you're getting headaches, you're getting different ailments like tiny little niggles and stuff like that, because you're not looking after yourself. You're not looking after the internal side. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. So I just want to go back to the Facebook page. So we've got Helen Dooley. She says, I had a Reiki treatment once and I could see a green glow around her hand. Amazing when you see auras. Yeah, that's cool. Very, very cool. So that's what's happened to me in the past. So I'll do a reading for somebody, and I did one. I've done stage shows performances before, like live in person like this, but with a lot of people. And sure as ever, spirit, when I've finished doing a reading with the person, they'll glow them. They'll make them into a big like spotlight glow, and then it'll go. It's so weird. So you're probably freaking out sitting here next to me, but so yeah, it's really quite bizarre how spirit works for me. Sometimes it won't show me anything, but then all of a sudden we'll have a lot of energy around the person, a lot of things happening at the time. So yeah, if you'd like to have a reading, then come over to the page Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and I will do some reading for you. So I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different platforms tonight, and then radio on top of that. So there's all the platforms there, Jaden. Can you see them all? Yep. So if you'd like to have a reading, then come over to the page, post up your questions so I can see you. So we've got Sarah Jane Louise McBride. Haven't seen you here for a while, so hello there. So we've got, she says, hope you're well, Leslie. If drawn to me, would appreciate any guidance you might have. Okay, so we'll come back to you at the moment. So we've got Sarah. So guidance. And what else do we have here? So Wendy Harvey says, look at your face, Jay. Because she's laughing at when I say things about spirit, you go, oh, all right, and she's laughing at your face, going like you're freaked out.
Not freaked out.
No, but we'll come back to Sarah, and she wants some guidance. So I just feel like for you going forward, then you're another one. You don't look after your health. They're saying to me that there's issues with the back, or the issues with the back part of the neck, or the arm, or trying to get the arm up. So I can't sort of turn my head too much as well. Okay, so it's like you need to, they're saying to me it's like you need your back cracked, but don't get it cracked, if that makes sense. And she's also saying to me too that there's been times where it's been really, really low for you, but you still know how to drag yourself out of that pit. Okay, so it's like you've got the rope in the sand pit, or in the quicksand, I should say, and you're trying to pull yourself out, but then you need a straw to breathe sometimes. So make sure that you keep pulling yourself out. Don't hold back and don't actually sink deeper. Okay, so it's up to you. And they're saying to me that you need to, and I just got the word fitness. So they're saying to me that you need to increase your trainer. Yeah, I know, that's true. They're saying to me that you need to actually start to increase the fitness so that you can feel better, because it's starting to tax you. Everything's starting to tax you, even though you're running out of time with things. But to get up in the morning is getting harder. To get out of bed is getting harder. Lots of things are attacking your soul at the moment. Okay, and they're showing me like shadows to my right, which means that you're like me, but you don't know how to use it. Okay, so when I see that, I see the shadows, and then I also see you your body and your face pointing to the left, and I also see the shimmy of mist down behind you, and that's not a ghost. Don't get me wrong. And all it means is that you need to start focusing on the things that you're seeing at the moment, and if you don't like it, then acknowledge it and send it off so that it can go away. And I'll leave that there. So do you have any questions there, Jaden?
No.
About spiritual or anything like that?
No, you've explained them in the past. So
Yeah. So I've also got here Teresa Gardner. She's saying, don't forget to read Jay. I will. Yeah, we've got plenty of time. So I'll keep him on the edge, keep him busy. So Wendy Harvey says, I noticed as well. So so Kerry Ryan says, would really appreciate any messages from my beautiful husband, Billy. Oh, what a beautiful name. So Kelly Russell. So I also get pain in just below my right knee into my shin, and also like headache and eyes. I can't see anything right now. I just feel like for him that he had something not right with that, either that leg, or he had something with the veins in his leg or the bloodstream. I actually see the bloodstream, and it's quite cloudy in the bloodstream. So, and I just got the word leukemia. Did someone around you have leukemia or something not right with the bloodstream there? So I'm just feeling, I feel like he's he's saying to me he knows that you miss him, but he says he wants you to recognize the weight on your feet on the end of the bed when you go to bed at night, okay? Because when you're trying to move your feet, that's actually him doing that to you, because he's sort of like sitting next to your feet really close, okay? And he's there right beside you. And also he's also saying to me, check in with him, because he's got he's giving you butterfly kisses on the side of your face, because I can see him just leaning over, just giving, and you'll feel that sensation, okay? So ask him to, and call on him to come and give you the signs, okay? And he'll continue to do that for you. I also see the number 13 around you, and you've got the number 12 as well. So he's saying to me 3 and 4. So we've got and maybe the 43. So was this man 43? So we've got the month of July as well. So they said to add the 4 and 3 together. Okay, so that's 7, which is the month of July. And it's like you sit there at the table and you just sit there, and it's like, you're wondering what's happened, where did life go wrong, or what you missed. It's sort of like you're saying to yourself, I didn't ask for this, I didn't want any of this, but this is part of your journey, lovey. So once you start to understand that, things will start to change. Okay, so. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. But he's right beside you, and everybody's past loved ones are always there. They're never anywhere else. So Sarah Jane Louise, she says, shivers. She says, always. She says, I've managed to stop tearing up when your words resonate so well. She says, it's such a blessing when when the truly gifted can connect virtually. She said, you read people, hun, like we are in the room with you. Exactly. Well, that's part of the remote viewing there. So tell me, Sarah, what did I get right? Because I know you're upset because I got it, but tell me what I got right, because I want to know. So. Yeah, and I feel like it's funny how you say it's like I'm in the room with them. Well, I am in the room with them, because that's how they show me the messages, okay? They show me it like I'm looking out of your eyes. I could be, it's like being in a car accident. I had a customer that I did a reading for, and he was saying to me, I had some lady walk in here and tell me that my grandfather's in spirit. And I started laughing. And I said, oh, okay, right. And he says, what are you laughing at? I said, oh, nothing. And I go, and what else did she say? And he says, oh, she told me that my grandmother's in spirit. And I just started laughing even more. And he says, what are you laughing at? And I said, well, I said, what else did she say? And she says, oh, that they're always around me. He goes, how cool was that? And I said, well, that's what I call a charlatan. And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, well, because she's leading you into telling her information. I said, but you haven't. Hasn't actually done anything yet. I said, all she's done is had a guess. Your mother and your mother and father or your grandparents are in spirit and they're with you. I said, that's anybody could say that. And I said, but how about this? And I started to give him a reading. I freaked him out because I started to give him a reading, and I was sitting in the car when he was a 10-year-old looking out the car, and when his grandfather was driving the old Valiant with the column shift and everything like that. So, and I freaked him out because the other lady, she didn't, not that I was competing, but the other lady didn't get that. And I said, now that's the difference between a real psychic medium and a charlatan. Now that's the difference. So don't get mixed up. Don't get sucked into paying people this money and this is why I do this 8 hours a week, so that people don't get sucked in. So that's what kills me. But we've got here Sarah Jane says validation. The shadow on my shoulder is the reason I needed your guides. Oh, right. Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you. So yeah, I'm really, really happy. I'm happy I helped you there, Sarah. So what's going on with Facebook now? So we've got here. Oh my gosh. Sometimes Facebook just absolutely goes bonkers on me. So what is the time? And we're nearly done. So
10:50.
yep. So have you got anything else to say? Do you want me to do a reading for you now?
Yes.
Okay. You couldn't wait, could you?
Yeah.
Now the last time I did a reading for you was over at the other radio station, right?
Yes, it was over Zoom.
And do you remember what I said? I don't tell me now, but do you remember what I said?
I do.
Yeah, was it right?
To an extent, yes.
Yeah. I can't remember what I said. That's why I'm asking you, because
Okay.
I don't know. But I also feel like for you
Yeah.
going forward, that doesn't matter what you do,
Yeah.
you're that intelligent that you don't have any issues with study. That's what I get for you, okay? So when it comes up to study, I can see
Yeah.
it's like head down, butt up, get it done, get it over and done with. That's what
Yeah.
I see with you, okay? I also get the number 22 around you, and I also get the number 11. So what's 11 or the number 2? So you got the 2 there, you got the 22 there, so we've got the 4 as well. So April month, and I've also got the February month. So does that...
April and February.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 21 later this year.
Right.
Not in February or April, though.
Okay, no, but that doesn't matter. So
Yep.
does April or number 4 or number 22 mean anything to you? If it doesn't, then keep it in mind.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So, and what about February? What's happened in February? And I feel like there's going to be something coming up around September as well. So birthday or something like that around September.
I do have a few relatives' birthdays in September.
Okie dokie. That's good. B-days, yes. And I also feel like for you going forward that no matter, like I said, no matter what you put your mind to, there's a few obstacles that you'll always have with different things, like with other people. But going forward, there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to achieve with your eyes closed. That's if I can say that. All right. So, and I also get that and what's the white car to you?
White car.
Yeah. Who's got a white car that's either a 2-door or 4-door? It looks like to me a 4-door.
My dad has a white car.
Okay. So it's a 4-door?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a 4-door. So he needs to get the maintenance done on the car. Okay, so he should get it fixed, because I don't like people driving around with the car, and you're not going to tell him that because he probably won't believe it.
Okay.
Maybe you should just say, hey, Dad, I heard a noise from the car. You should get it serviced or something.
My mum's also got a 4-door white car.
Maybe, well, either one of them.
And
So
my grandmother.
Oh, right. So there's 3. Well, I don't know which one it is. I feel like it might be your dad's.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it might be your dad's.
Right.
All right.
Can I ask you a
So,
couple of questions?
yeah, go.
I want to move to the Gold Coast. I'd like to do it now, but it won't be happening now. If I was to move away, I've got no family around. I've got a second cousin who I've met twice in my life up there, but I've virtually got no one up there. If I was to move away, can you see it going well for me?
I think you can do anything you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Okay.
You're versatile.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like that's going to be either October, November. So it couldn't. I don't feel like it's going to be this year. I feel like it's going to be next year.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Any
other questions?
What's on that? Wondering, my uncle, he died 4 years ago now. He was age 57. I think he died from, I can't remember if it was bowel cancer or stomach cancer. Do you get anything from him?
Uncle. Yeah. So was he the person that was he the 43? Was he around 43?
No, it's 57 when he died.
57. So what's 43 around you for? That's 6, that's 7. We've got 7 there as well.
7. No, it's 57 when he died.
Okay, righto. But the July, what is July around him?
July.
Or around you?
July. My birthday's in June. July.
Oh, right. So so is it the end of June?
My birthday's middle of June.
Middle. So who's the end of June?
No one in my family.
Right. I feel like there's something coming up for end of June.
Yeah.
Okay, end of June there. So there's going to be something coming up there end of June. All right. So brace yourself for that.
Okay.
And going back to your uncle, was he a tall man as well?
He was a relatively tall guy.
Man.
Yeah.
And did he have like mousy colored hair as well, like not light brown, but not blonde, not dark color, but like yours?
Yeah.
Maybe a bit darker.
Darker.
Like mousy colored hair, he's saying to me.
Yeah,
Was showing me.
when he was younger. Yes.
Yeah, and also I just feel like for him too, did he have like some form of ring on his hand, like a signet ring, like 2 rings or something? Who's the person that has that? Do you remember?
Oh, he was married, then got divorced, and then he was still good friends with his.
But he still had a ring on, did he?
I can't. I'll have to look, mate.
I feel like it swapped hands. That's what I'm saying. I mean, swapped fingers because it went from one to the other because I just said it like that.
Okay. All right.
Oh, gosh. Okay, we'll leave it there anyway.
Okay.
We'll go back over to the validations.
Okay.
So we've got here Jenny Ross. She says, I have been having problems with my right foot a lot. She said, have no idea on that. It's been a rough week with my grandmother away. Much energy this week. Oh, I love you. Sorry, babe. We've also got here Kerry Russell. She says, validation. Thank you, Lesley. Yes, have felt something on my feet as well. She said, says, yes, do feel tingling on my face. Thank you so much for comforting to know Billy is always around. Yeah, lovey, they're always there. They're not next to me, so they're always next to you. So I'll leave it there. And what did you think of the show tonight there, Jaden?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, first time being in the studio with you.
Yeah. Oh, in this one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, my first time here at Alive. Yeah, it's a nice studio here.
All right, lovey. Well, we'll say good night. So say good night to everybody, and we'll leave it there.
For your messages and everything. Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. No, thank you for having me on, Leslie.
You're welcome. Have a good evening, everyone. See you later. Bye bye. Still live here.
Sorry?
I'm just going to fix up this and then we'll swap off the light. Oh, it's so hot. When I do the readings, I get really, really hot
Oh, okay.
because of the energy. I just got to fix up this system here.
Do you go down to automate?
Yeah. I just wanted to see where the ads were because I used some of the ads. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. That's done. So we're going to go and see you later, guys.
So yeah.
Have a good evening. Thank you. Thanks for joining me, Jaden.
Thank you.
Okay.